true. Which we can't hear. Alright, I believe we're live. I believe that's it. We're on. We're in. Welcome,
We're in?
welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, how are we?
We're good.
Another
Finally
week.
glad that we're kind of out of lockdown now.
Yep, level 3, first day of it today.
Yep. Went and saw my mum.
Oh, nice. I haven't left the house. Still.
Oh,
I think I left the house twice the entire couple of weeks we were in lockdown.
yeah, I only went to the supermarket twice, and then I just went to the dairy every couple of days to get snack food. That's about it.
Yep. Yeah, I went to the supermarket twice and that was it. Oh, I went out to Lower Hutt to take them to a vaccine. That's right.
Yeah,
But that same day we went to the supermarket, so I guess it still was only two trips.
yeah.
Yep.
I actually relatively abided to the rules for once.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I guess Aaron stopped round for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, same here, but fuck, well, it's like he was here for less than a minute.
Yeah, it wasn't long. He just drove, yeah, they just parked on the street and then fucked off.
Yep.
No breaking the rules here, mate. We did it well this time, I swear to God.
I hope we don't go into another one. I
I
seriously
can
hope
foresee
we
it
don't.
happening. Like, honestly, man,
I-
like, you look at the rest of the world and we've, like, managed to hit this thing twice and come out of it with, like, only, like, a matter of weeks or a month and a half of lockdown at most to fix this. Like, but the rest of the world's just fucking months of lockdown. They come out of it and a couple of weeks later back into months of lockdown. Like,
Yeah. I can see it
oh,
happening again, most likely next year. If not again later this year, if it gets really bad.
yeah, I reckon it'll be sooner this time. I don't reckon it'll take as long. I reckon it'll be sooner. But then again, I've been wrong about like most things so far. So, you know, I talk a lot of shit. Don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm only right half the time.
Then you can't do anything anyway if you get chucked into lockdown. I'm sure there'll be people causing kind of cause riots or something if it happens for a third time. But it is what it is.
Yep, that's it. Like, there's nothing more we can do. Like we said many times before, even before this fucking happened. Like, there's not a lot we can do. Best thing to
Nah.
do is just go along what they say. Like,
Yep.
it's working, obviously. Like, fuck. Like, I thought about it some more because I'd forgotten about how good the tracking app obviously has gotten as long as everyone used it, I guess. But initially I thought, you know, they're gonna have to wait for all the close contacts to pop up until eventually they catch up with themselves. But no, of course they used the tracker app, so they managed to catch the close contacts before they even knew that they were close contacts. Like, you know, they'd been contacted by someone close, and then the next day they were on top of finding them. Like, so like that managed to utilize that to catch up to themselves quick enough that they could like literally draw a line between people to pre-predict where it was going based off the tracker app, and then catch those people with like within 24 hours of them being in contact. So like, I see how well it's worked. I can see exactly how well it's worked. It's it really does prove how well the system is working, as long as this obviously carries on the up.
Yeah. What were the cases there? I haven't even checked.
I think it's like another 50 today in Auckland, but one in Wellington. But one they already
Wow.
had predicted as a case to be.
Yeah.
Like, all the cases that are popping up now, they're like, yeah, we knew this was going to be a case, we knew that was going to be a case. Like, they've already caught up to themselves.
Mm,
I find that rather impressive.
77 in in the past 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yep.
It's quite crazy because last year, what was it? When we had 687 community cases, we were still fully locked down, but now with us nearly at 700, it's really just Auckland.
Yeah. How crazy is that? Yeah, it's good. Pretty crazy how fast it spread.
Yeah, it spread pretty quickly.
Yep. It definitely spread a lot faster than last time.
But what's this? I think, just about over half the country's practically vaccinated now?
Yeah, I believe so. Because was it from today? Everybody's now eligible to go get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess I'll have to go and do that at some point.
Same here. Someone died from it. Did you hear?
I did not.
Yes, in this country, I believe. But of course, everyone's just jumping on the fact of if someone died from it, look, see, it's bad. But as you just said, like half the country's got it already, and this is one person, and apparently it was just like they had so much medical issues that was like helped relate to the vaccine not responding to their body properly, which caused all that to happen. I believe. So I was told.
Yes.
That's what they were telling me anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not really like the vaccine did it.
No, it would have been all the health conditions that,
Yeah.
like underlying health conditions that the person would have had.
Exactly.
Vaccine ain't killing people.
Nah, fuck
It's just
no.
not.
It's just not what's the word? What's the word? Compatible with 100% of us.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how I react to it. Hopefully nothing.
Yeah, same here. Because it literally seems like hit and miss to like how it hits you or what it does or how you feel afterwards. Like
Yeah.
I've talked to so many different people that have had it and gone through it, and like people of different ages, different like healths, I guess. And like it literally is very much hit and miss. I know people with bad immune systems and stuff like that came out with like nothing. Old people that came out with bugger all effects, side effects from it, and like really fit healthy people that came out with like a week's being knocked out sick. You know, like it seems to really be a hit and miss.
It does. But hey, who knows? Maybe the like what is it, the 1 dose ones that we get might be different as well compared to the 2 dose ones that
Yeah,
we're able to get at the moment.
yeah, they might hit us differently.
Well, even with those 2 dose ones, you got to get yearly vaccine still, don't you?
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think you have to get like a one every single year after getting it.
Is that to like recharge the batteries in the tracker or something?
I'm not sure. You'd hope not.
No, I think at this point they don't really need to inject us with trackers. They've got us fucking writing it down for them.
Hell, we carry a cell phone on us all the time. We use bank
I
cards.
was gonna say any transaction we make ever, like online IPs, we're trackable, so easily trackable. No one gives a fuck about us. Like no one, like the government's not gonna go and track us any more than they already are able to.
Yeah.
And most of what they're able to wasn't even on their own doing.
No, it's more. I guess we've
As technology evolved,
the
they
general
were like,
public
oh,
has just kind of let people track them.
all because no one read the terms and conditions back in 2001 on their iTunes installation.
I never got iTunes.
Oh, I did. I was part of that people that never read the terms and conditions. I don't think anyone
Oh
still
no,
does.
I never read the terms and conditions of shit. I just scroll through it and click accept.
Exactly. When we were like 14, we would have clicked something for like, we would have installed like a WinRAR or something dumb like that. Ticked the I agree, and at the very bottom it says your government is allowed to track you. Like, but more than likely we did that to ourselves when we were so young.
Probably, but oh fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, hey, if the program worked and I achieved what I was trying to achieve, then like, small price, right?
Yep. So did you have to end up going to work today, or did
Nah,
nothing?
not today. I thought it was a bit stupid when she kind of called and said about today, and I was like, looked at the time and I was like, it's already like 1 o'clock. Like the time you book something in, I go down to work, load up the van, get to wherever it is. It has to be somewhere close. Can't be anything big. Like there's such minimal time left in today as it is. So no, nothing happened today. But I'm working tomorrow and Friday, so that's main.
Yep.
And then the boss's son, a workmate, he'd gone and fractured his wrist, so he's not coming in to help because all the jobs that I'm allowed to do are the outside jobs, which are the big 2 people heavy lift jobs. So instead of him coming in, his brother's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm working with his slightly older brother.
Have you met the brother before?
Yeah, I have. I have. He's real clever, real switched on. A lot like his father.
Oh
Can
yeah.
can be a little bit arrogant, but he's genuinely a good guy. But yeah, real successful man for his age. Real successful. But he's also like just like us when no one's watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all good then.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's got like this Ford Transit that he's turned into like a full RV. He's got solar panels on the roof, the full kitchen on the inside. Like, it's insane, man. Brought this cheap ass Ford Transit and just absolutely ripped it apart and built a full house inside of it.
That's actually pretty smart.
It's fucking clever, man. So I believe the cunt's got his own business, so that's running for him. So his plan was just to travel in that for a bit.
Something I want to do eventually is build a self-contained thing. Live in that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, eh?
Just live on the road.
Yep.
Then again, I was talking to my mum today. I'm I'm very much considering, in I guess in early 2020, 2023, leaving and going to Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't
Well,
like this country anymore. I'm sick of the cost of living here.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And I
But
was talking to my mates over in Aussie, and I was asking them how much do painters get paid over there, and they're like, I think something like around like the $35 an hour. I'm like, Jesus, what the
damn.
hell am I still painting over here for?
Yeah. Damn.
And housing over in Australia is pretty cheap from what I'd seen, what I was looking at.
Really? So they're
Yeah,
getting paid more and stuff's cheaper. That's almost like a dream.
yeah. If you're you'd have to be a resident to get like all the bonuses.
Yep.
But if I went over there, I think I'd have to live there for 2 years and apply for residency or something. But you don't get all of the benefits, but you have to still pay for them if you're not a resident.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good plan, man. That's fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents I was like, it's my mom was like, what country are you moving to? She's like, oh, me and dad are actually thinking about going up to living in New Plymouth. I'm like, New Plymouth? You saying I'm gonna have to sell up and move to New Plymouth as well?
New Plymouth. I don't think I've been to New Plymouth. Nah,
I don't
surely
think
I
I've
have.
ever been there.
If I have, I would have just gone straight through. Like,
Yeah, I
I
would have
don't
been
think
a
I've
little.
ever stopped in New Plymouth.
I would have had to been a little kid if I've been there because I've never been there as far as I can remember.
Yeah, yeah. I think 2023, I'm probably still going to be sitting here.
In Upper Hutt.
No, right here in this exact spot. I don't think I'm going to move for as long as I can.
I want change.
That's fair. That's fair. I want change to stop for a bit.
I don't think change is ever going to stop. I think that ball's in motion and is going to constantly be rolling.
Yeah, no, you're right. Change is something hard to stop. Something very hard to stop. Well,
Yep.
but I would very much like to slow it down for a little bit. That's for real.
Just
Never,
try and ignore it.
yeah. Well, to a degree, I've done that before, and yeah, that almost ended bad. It's, leave bad decisions till last minute, or big decisions till last minute. It's not always the way to go.
I'm not sick anymore. I've just got a stuffy nose.
Same.
That's a plus. I finally woke up. Was it yesterday morning or the morning before? Like, I can breathe out of my nose for once now.
Maine, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like 90% fixed now.
Yeah.
It takes me about 2 weeks normally, and it's been about 2 weeks, so that makes sense. It's,
I just got a stuffy nose and a cough if I laugh like crazy and exhale.
Yeah,
Just the cough comes and then it's gone.
yeah, yeah. I've got a nasty cough, but we know why.
Smoker's cough.
Yeah.
So you been enjoying car wrecks?
Yeah, I have, man. Well, I got a bit much after like a week of solid playing. I had to stop. Headaches were getting bad. But
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. Holy shit, though. The first couple of days, it was just. When we went into lockdown, it was real fascinating. The very first few days, I couldn't stop myself. Like I've said for a while, I haven't been able to relax for a long time. I haven't been able to slow down. I've just been always constantly feeling like there's something that I was meant to be doing or need to get done or something like that. You know, every night I'll come home, go lay down in bed, and still feel that there's something I'm missing, something I was meant to be doing, and I struggled to relax. It sucked. Um, I put it down to just rushing at work and always working and always watching the time, trying to make sure I get to the next job on time and complete the job I was at on time and rush, rush, rush. Anyway, like the second day of playing Car X, where I played for like 11 hours and I sat here for like 11 hours straight playing it, that was the most relaxed I've been in a fucking long time. Everything else that was happening outside of this room, like, just wasn't existing in my head whatsoever. Like, I don't even think I was paying attention to what I was doing in the game. It was just natural. I had music going in my ears. I was talking to someone throughout most of the day. It was different people throughout most of the day, just chatting away. And fuck, man, I haven't been so relaxed in so long. I forgot what it was like to game like that, because
Oh yeah.
I felt just like I did when I was like 14, 16 years old, sitting in my bedroom with my parents, playing games every day after school, non-stop until I was too tired to keep playing.
I'd
Just
like to say I stopped there, but that's never stopped for me in gaming. But those past 2 weeks, I finally got to live as a what it feels like to be a professional gamer. I got paid. I think I put 45 hours into gaming each week, and I got paid for it.
actual.
Yeah, what's
How?
my profile say? It says I've put 88.9 hours in the past 2 weeks.
Holy cow. So how does that work then?
Well, just what like professional gamers do is they get paid to play games, and I pretty much got paid to play games.
So who benefits? Like the person who's paying? Who's paying you? Where's
My
this
boss
money
paid
coming
me.
from?
My boss paid me.
What boss?
My
What?
my actual work boss. Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
get. Oh, I
I
see
never.
what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you
I
fucking
got to live
mean.
as a professional gamer for what, for 2 weeks.
I see.
Wake up whenever I wanted to. Jump onto games. Play games. Go to bed late. Wake up.
All right, and your review on being a professional gamer or streamer almost.
And I got burnt out
Got burnt
in the
out.
last 2 days. My Counter Strike gaming has been shit because I've just like burnt out. Played it
Damn.
too much.
Damn. It's fun, man. I still can't get over it, eh? And I'm honestly not gonna have the time anymore to do something like that. Like every weekend, because we only have 2 day fucking weekends. Every time, if I like waste a whole day doing something like that, I feel like I've wasted a weekend.
I mean, you can still play games after work.
Yeah, and I probably will. I more than likely will when I'm not doing this. I probably will just game. Um, but
Would you,
we'll see.
you chuck 60 hours in the past 2 weeks.
Really, I
Yeah.
chucked 60 hours in Car X.
Yeah.
Holy cow, man! Damn. Well, I went from shit to pretty good at the very over that time.
Yeah, it was actually pretty amazing. Just like when I joined and seeing everybody that was just got the game and how bad they were at drifting, and then them slowly over time getting better and better
Yeah,
and better. I'm like, oh yeah, everybody's actually learning it.
yeah. It was quite cool. It was sick having like majority of us that were actually they actually got pretty good at it, or good enough to each other's level at least, sort of thing. So like when we actually go drifting around some of those roads, we could actually have a line of 5 of us, fucking on
Yeah,
everyone's door or around each corner. Fuck, it was cool, man.
yeah. I didn't actually expect many people to get into that car X, but in the end we got like 21 people playing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that there's not a single person in Welly's car scene that's coming out of lockdown that hasn't now got Car
Played it.
X.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody in Welly's at least has fucking Car X. Like,
I wonder if people still continue to play it even when we go back to work. If people jump on every now and then.
yeah, that's it. I've heard a lot of people say over the past few days about how it's like it's a shame that lockdown's ending because it's kind of going to be the end of the game for the scene. Like, it won't be the end. Like, people will jump on every now and then, but we all know that once everyone starts back up at work again, that people aren't going to continue playing every night.
Oh. They released an update for it today though.
Did they?
Yeah, what is it? New locations, some new cars, updated smokes.
Actual.
Yeah, they finally did the big update that I was talking to you guys about.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I
finally
remember you
released it.
saying that. I'll boot up the game and have a look. I know we're on podcast, but I don't give a fuck. We're in lockdown. But no, I do enjoy the game though. It's been fucking mean. Even watching Nim get good at it, which was cool because she was worried that she wasn't gonna get any good at it because she's not very good at car games in general. And then
Yeah.
throw a drift game at her, but nah, like yeah, she enjoyed it.
It's really not that hard. You just got to learn how to set your car up.
Yeah,
Well,
once you
first
set-
at least just get used to the steering because the steering's so different in this game to any other racing game that I've played.
Yeah, yep, it is. Once you get used to it though, it's mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Update. I just realised all the sound's going to be coming through the podcast. Let me just turn that down. Where the hell settings? Alright, get all that sound out of here. Turn down all the sounds and sequential transmission volume up. Alright, let's have a look then. New cars, eh?
Yeah.
What have
They
we got?
added, I think, Tommy Skyline has been added into it, but the coupe version.
Oh, true.
Oh, you just got an achievement.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Buy any body kit on 5 different cars.
Oh, man. Look at that. I'm a veteran. But yeah, there's some cool cars in here. That looks like an old Porsche. It's like an old Pontiac. Oh yeah, it looks like the Fuga.
Yeah.
Dope. Sick. Well, it's a good game. People should go check out Carrix if they haven't already, but I'm pretty certain that like 90% of our subscribers will already own the game.
Yeah.
If
If you
own-
don't, you should get it.
you
It's
should
a good
get it.
game.
It's a good game. Everyone that's got
Just
it
get
should
it
say
when
in
it's
the
on
comments they got
sale.
it. Yeah, definitely when it's on sale.
Don't buy it for full price.
No, she is a bit costly full price. What do? What map's there?
I think it's something like Mondeo Park or something like that. It's another racetrack one.
Mondello Park.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks all good.
Yeah, I quite like the racetrack maps.
Most of the maps on here are pretty good. I don't think I've come across a map yet that I've disliked. I haven't played on all of them, but I've liked most of them so far.
Oh, you probably wouldn't like Castle Road or something like that. It's the ice snowy map, and you can't drift on that map very well.
Ah, I have tried that, and in some spots I was able to drift, and it wasn't too bad. I didn't really hate it, but I just thought that I'm gonna have to like find a car and get used to it.
Yeah.
I had an interesting thought the other morning, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember it all, so I'll give it my best. curiosity is
the cat.
such an interesting and amazing thing.
Yep.
Because it's natural. It's natural for the human race to be curious. We're continuously curious. We wouldn't be where we are without curiosity. If we weren't curious to start with, we wouldn't have ever started to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know a single species that I have come across yet that isn't curious. Like curiosities in most animals, dogs and cats and fish even are curious about things. So it's such a natural form of life. And like
I don't think of something that isn't curious.
there's this, like, curiosity is just such a big part of the world.
It is.
And like with that, we obviously gain information. We find things out. We work things out. We work out, that had a bad effect. This had a good effect. And then ties in with our natural want to share information. We're consistently wanting to share information with each other. That's also a natural thing. You even see it in amongst animals. You see dogs that will like go to the park and they know how to play fetch, and they will teach other dogs how to play just by showing them, and the other dogs being curious. So like, it is such a natural thing to do, which of course has gotten us to the point that we're at now. We wouldn't be where we are at now. It's in society without fucking curiosity or the want to spread information or learn from others. It's just inbuilt into us. But my question is if everybody, every species in the world is like this, how come we're the only one that's gotten this far? Like not like so much like physical evolution wise, but almost mental evolution wise.
It's because we're more advanced than anything else on this planet, apart from maybe dolphins.
Would that come down to like the length of time that we've been here? Have we been here for longer than most species on the planet?
Nope.
So it literally just
I
came
think we're
down to
one
like
of the newest species.
and we advanced a hell of a lot quicker than anything else ever.
Yeah.
To our former knowledge. So
And I don't want to say it, but that's because of maybe mushrooms.
exactly, man.
Same with that whole stoned ape theory of
There's a piece of history missing, I swear.
the leap of humans and then humans.
Yeah. Yep. Bro, an interesting thing that I've been doing recently, something that I've actually found really fucking cool, is that I've been when I like think of something in depth like that, and I'll ask myself a question in my head amongst whatever I'm talking about, like, why is this blah blah blah, and whenever I think that, I'll straight away stop myself from like trying to work out that answer and go, wait a minute, let's change this up and change the question, and I'll change it to a what is it, or how, or something like that, and change it up first and find out what I was asking from a different angle first. And I've found that really fucking interesting. I couldn't give you any examples off the top of my head because I kind of forgot them all, but pondering things on a different angle from what you intended to look at it was really interesting.
I'm gonna have to try and give that a go next time I'm in depth thinking about whatever I'm thinking about.
Yeah, just quite. I've gotten into the habit of quite often asking myself, or saying to myself, wrong question, and asking a different one along the same lines, and I tend to work it out in a different light, or at a different pace, or work out more of what I was trying to ask more than what I thought I was trying to find. If that makes sense.
Yes.
A lot of the time I found that the question that I'm trying to ask myself on something isn't the right question, but just changing up like that first word, why, to what or how or when or where, quite often I found the answer more that I was looking for that way than I have through the question I was initially asking. It sounds like I'm rambling bullshit, and I probably am.
I watched I think this morning I watched a video about like the space travel that humans are gonna do,
Yes?
and like uh all of the space travel really just they've like predicted like what years we're gonna be traveling places and stuff like that because it all comes down to the chipsets and stuff that Intel and all AMD and all that shit does. Like when they advance that stuff, we can go further into space and
Yeah.
all of that crap. And man, we're not gonna see nothing in our lifetime.
Oh, really?
We're not seeing jack shit.
Oh, how advanced
Like,
are we gonna see?
we'll see Mars and we might see like probes go further into space, but that's about as far as we're gonna see humans go is to Mars. We're not gonna see them hit. I think in like 200 or 300 odd years, they're thinking of like going to one of the moons of Jupiter or Saturn or something. I can't remember,
Yep,
but
yep.
yeah, we ain't seeing shit.
Damn. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, and then there's also the possible chance because I've started watching a new YouTube channel. They were two satellites in the past couple of weeks collided, which is then sent a bunch of debris into space again, and they're scared of um that this is the already happening where the debris is just going to keep on crashing into other satellites, creating that big prison of debris around us and stopping us from actually being able to travel
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the space
stellar at
junk.
all. And he was half what blaming all the private companies that are putting up shit up there and not telling anybody about shit. And
Yeah.
Starlink's been a big problem for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess they've had so much shit up there, eh?
Or they've got like just I think under 2,000 satellites up there, and they want to put 1,200 or no 12,000 or something up there, and
Damn.
that's just going to cause a lot of problems, especially if heaps of other private companies want to do it. Because I think Amazon's going to get into it by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
Yep. That one doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so like all this stuff could quite possibly hinder us from ever actually doing shit.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like if this keeps going, like we'll be able to launch something up there and it'll be destroyed within 3 hours of being up there from all the debris circling Earth.
Shit. Well, like we said before, all you need in something in space is like something the size of a pea to be moving fucking quick, and you're
Oh yeah,
fucked.
yeah. If it's traveling at like 20 odd thousand Ks or whatever they're
Yeah.
traveling up out in space and it's like the size of pea, that's gonna destroy shit.
Yep. So a whole space station's gonna fuck up a few things.
Oh well.
Wonder how
I
long it
wish
will
I
last,
could.
man.
I don't know. I actually want to know how long the human race is gonna last.
That was my question. I wonder how long the human race is gonna last.
I don't think we got more than 3 generations left in us.
No, my opinion's still strong on that one. I think the same.
I reckon, just from watching everything, I reckon we've hit a peak and we're on the downfall now.
Yep. Yeah, we've definitely hit a peak. And I very much still also think that we've only got about 3 generations left in us. But I also believe that the amount of coincidences that has happened for you and me to get to this point right now is just absolutely phenomenal. So really, at this point, nothing can surprise me.
No.
So I say 3 generations, looking at what I can see and basing it off what I know. But fuck man, you never know these days, to be honest. Like, things appear that weren't there before. Things have happened that they've never happened before. Things disappear that have always been there. The world's forever changing. The good balances out the bad, and the bad balances out the good. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if for some fucking reason the human race just keeps on going.
Be surprising. Because if we don't end ourselves, it's going to have to be something natural that's going to do it.
Yeah, yeah, it will be. Well, that's it. It's either going to be us or something natural.
Well, it's either going to be global warming, or it's going to be overpopulation to the point where the world turns into global anarchy or some shit like that, or some magical space rock hits the Earth.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many things that could end us every day. Every day, something could happen and completely wipe us all out. And somehow it doesn't.
Scary to think about.
It is. But it's interesting to think about how it doesn't. $2,000 of this written calendar. That's a long
2,000
time.
years. It is.
That's a really fucking long time. Like, 2,000 years on a global scale.
Well, it's not even like anything of human history, though.
No, it's not. But
We've got
that
millions of
alone,
years before that.
that alone is a fuckload of time
Yeah.
for nothing to go wrong. Like, significantly. Like, yeah, things have gone wrong when, like, taking out portions of the world, but we're still here. Fuck, we're more here than we've ever been.
I was thinking this morning, I asked you the question, if you could time travel back to, I guess, any point of time of Earth's history, what would it be?
What would it be? Any point in time.
Yeah.
Any point in time. Well, I need to work out why I would be going back to start with. What reason I would have if I was going back to change something, if I was going back to see something, if I was going back to do something.
Just make it you can't change shit.
Okay, so I wouldn't be going back to try and change anything.
No, wouldn't be kicking no fish or nothing like that.
We're not kicking fish. Alright, so in that case I'll be going back to just view something, see something.
Yep.
Experience something. What time would I go to? I want to see the pyramids built.
Well, that'd be actually pretty cool, eh?
Yep. Because
see how they're actually made.
that I feel is a very important piece of history that we are very much missing.
It is. It's like a huge mystery around that shit.
For its age, how the fuck did it get there?
How the fuck did they move those like
I almost don't think
1 or 2 ton blocks from that one place and then travel it all the way down to where they built the pyramids?
Yeah, exactly. Like, they would have had to have worked out systems that we worked out well and truly beyond them, like past after them, because like we didn't work out basic tools and stuff till after all that happened. So like they were way more advanced than we ever were.
Yep.
Kept it very close, and then something wiped out the Egyptians, I guess. Or they all peacefully decided to not ever talk about anything and blend in with the rest of the world. Like,
yeah, what did happen there?
Exactly, we're missing history. That would be a very, very cool spot to start with time travel, I think. And then it would be other things like that, like Stonehenge and shit like that. All the mysteries that we know happened but don't know how.
It's a pretty good answer.
Yeah. And then I think I'd like to view some of the shit that we've done more modernly in our history that we know of that just is significant. Like, I think I would go back to see the wars and shit. Like, I wouldn't want to be involved or anything whatsoever, but I wouldn't mind going back just to have a glimpse of that time.
So like to World War 1 and 2 or earlier wars?
Yeah, probably, I don't know, 1, 2, Vietnam War, Korean War, Nazi War. Who knows? Yeah, all of them. Imagine that. If you could time travel, man, I'll go back and witness all of them. I don't want to see people on the battlefield killing each other. Fuck that. I want to see just environments,
Yeah.
what the world was like. Like English when they
Oh, no.
fought the Germans, going and, like, Britain was a complete different place.
I want to go back to, I guess, very early hominoid life.
Mm.
So that pretty much like when there's no civilizations or no laws or no nothing's been put into place, and just to see what the world's like back then.
Yeah.
I want to breathe that fresh air.
But
Yeah.
but if you think about it, you'd be able to do that in multiple spots because it's not like the whole world collectively got together on one day and decided there was going to be law upon them all. It was multiple different, I don't know, clans you could almost call it, that then eventually bumped into each other.
Yeah.
So like you could go to various different parts of the world and witness their complete free life before any sort of civilization in different cultures. Like you would have a lot of culture. There'd be more culture. There would be only culture.
Imagine witnessing the first human and just looking at them and going like, "You're so stupid.
It was so fucking
You're
retarded.
you're not smart."
And you never get smart.
And when it was like going through all of, oh, it's always wonder what or wonder if, like, what's going through their head when the first humans were, like, what did they think life was going to be like?
Yeah, that's it. But that's it. As the first human's consciousness wouldn't have been as evolved as ours is now either.
Nah.
It just would have taken time. It wouldn't have been like a sudden there wasn't and then there was. It would have just, people would have slowly got smarter and smarter and smarter, which I guess is what we're doing. But
And now
we're at a really
smart.
random we're at a really random point now where the people of old don't like the people of young being smart, but it's literally evolution. And as you say, we're now too smart. We're far too smart for our own good. We're way too intelligent. And we're now trying to force natural things inside of us to just be controlled. And with all this intelligence and trying to overcome natural emotion and, I guess, just straight up bodily feature, fucking, it's harming us mentally. I was saying before about curiosity and how natural that is, and how it's only because of curiosity that we got into now. But there's so much in so many different means in society that's stopped curiosity, or has put a force on people to restrain them from their curious desires, I guess. Like, yeah. Just because of modern day society, we can't be as curious as we naturally want to be. Shit like that, where we're repressing shit like that, and it's not doing us any good. I theory of mine anyway, I firmly believe that's the case. We're definitely not doing ourselves well by trying to hold back natural emotion and being.
Yeah, I guess so.
Too smart for our own good. We're not looking after ourselves naturally.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 years.
3.
3 years, there'll be a lot of change in 3 years.
You reckon?
Oh yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's the way the world's going. Like, you've got the woke culture, then you've got the non-woke culture. You've got so many cultures. You got like everybody down everybody's throat. If you don't believe in this, you're that. If you don't believe in this, you're that.
Yeah, that's it. There's labels to everything. We're putting everyone in a box, and realistically, we just need to find our own way to deal with the fact that we're all fucking here, and then leave each other to that.
Yeah.
But we don't. We like to judge and opinionate off of each other. So, what are your views on this? So they tell them their views on that, and suddenly their whole
So if you don't share the same views as them,
you're now a blah 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 kind of person.
Yep.
And you're just straight up put in a box. But like, I can
Labels.
guarantee that they have multiple other opinions that fit into other boxes, so that
Yeah.
makes them themselves their own box, their own unique box full of their own unique opinions and ideas and feelings. We spent too long normalizing the idea of if I can do it, you can too. I worked hard when I was your age, so you fucking can now. I can lift this, so you can. We can use it in every means. And yeah, it's good for motivation, but once it goes beyond motivation, it becomes ridiculous because we're not built like that. Physically, mentally, emotionally, any sense. Might be able to work your way up to something that someone else can do. But there's too much expecting others to be able to achieve what you can, just because you can.
So we now just need to expect nothing from anyone.
And then the
I
world will
guess.
come to a halt because no one will then want to do anything because it comes down to their own expectation of themselves. I've thought this through, man. Peace doesn't work.
No.
It results in bad either way.
I'm just sick of this controlling shit, but that's never gonna change.
I'm just sick of this game. I want to escape.
Where's
Alt
the
F4.
where's the pause and save and exit button?
No, dude. Quit without saving. Fuck this. I ain't coming back. I don't need to save the game.
Revert to an earlier save.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna straight up take the game out, stomp on it, and put a new one in. See if I can find a better game.
What's the next game?
Monopoly.
Living life as an animal, as like a dog or a cat or anything like that.
Yeah.
See, that'd be interesting. Living a life as
As a pet.
as a pet or a wild animal or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep. It would be very interesting because you wouldn't have such a great consciousness.
No, it's really just eat and survive.
Yep. Not aware of how you're feeling. You're just feeling because that's natural.
Yeah. Let's fuck these feeling things off.
Fuck this. Teach a cat to be intelligent. So you're feeling depression right now. And you just have to deal with it.
You feline depression?
No, so what you're feeling now is depression.
No, feline. If it's a cat.
Oh, you're feline depression. I like that. Yeah.
Ba-dum.
Ba-dum.
So if there's level 3 lockdown, are we able to do car shit again now, or is that still
I
off
guess
the books?
Off the books. Oh no, I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that it's like a 10-person group limit. You can change who's in your bubble now, but once you change who's in your bubble, you can't change back or like alter it.
Yeah.
So like you could come here, but then you're stuck here.
Really?
I don't get it.
I would have thought seeming of.
I think it's more for like intended more for like families that are a couple of cities apart
Yeah.
and want to be together. Now's a good time to do that.
Yeah, I saw my parents today, seeming I haven't fucking seen them in
Yeah.
2 weeks, and I haven't really seen nobody in 2 weeks. Kind of really did my head in near the end.
Yep. I've been trying hard to ignore it. I've just been like literally just brushing the thoughts off, just to try and not worry about it. I haven't seen anyone, man. I've left the house twice. I saw Aaron for that split second, and other than that, just you guys on the streams. It's been great being able to talk to everyone on the Discord throughout the week, though. That's definitely helped. You know,
Talking to people on Discord was good, but it's just still not the same.
Hell no, it's not the same at all. Definitely not. But man, playing in Carex was so cool. Like the fact that we had us and the infamous guys jamming online, and we had like actual drags nights set up, and we'd go park up at spots and like parking up next to like Tommy and Aaron and having a yarn for 5 minutes before we went and carried on drifting. Just it felt almost like real life. Like I the whole time knew it was a game, obviously, but fucking it felt
What
pretty.
we
It
needed
still felt pretty good.
was a headset,
The,
a
v-
VR
the VR
headset,
headset,
and
yeah,
it would just take you fully into it.
yep. That would help so much in situations like lockdowns, man.
How much are they going for now?
You could probably, I don't know. I looked like
Any
3-4
cheap
years back
ones?
for Revive, and that was like 1,200, like 3-4 years back.
What ones can we get in New Zealand? What's my best web to look on? Probably Trade Me. That's something I'd like to get if they aren't too expensive.
What's that? VR?
VR headset.
Yeah. Well, last time we spoke about VR, you reckon that it wouldn't, that like our whole ideas on it in the past, like had completely changed for you? Do you still stand by that?
Oh, I definitely don't think we're going to be working in VR. But then again, I watched a video the other day of people sitting in their homes controlling robots
With
in
VR?
VR, and the VR robots were, or the robots were in stores like doing stuff,
Yeah.
and they were saying like that was their way, like they're in VR doing it, teaching the robots what they have to do, so eventually we don't have to control them by VR.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's out of it.
just slowly teaching robots to take our jobs.
Yeah. Damn. That's it. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I guess it's fuck, I don't know, good and bad. I mean, I don't think my job's ever going to be taken by a robot.
Yeah. Neither, but oh yeah, I guess my job personally definitely won't be taken by a fucking robot. But I don't know. They might build a robot one day that can install blinds.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Probably build a
Seem
robot
like
one day to
the-
paint walls. They built one
You
to
gotta
fucking
have-
vacuum carpets. So
Yeah, you just got to have like you got to
sensors.
teach the AI to like have the human ingenuity of like, oh fuck, there's this problem, let's
Well,
fix it this way or something like that. But
then
if you
again, man,
program an AI
if you
enough,
had AI building houses, the only interference of it not being perfect would be the material and the land. So like if you're able to mill material to be perfect and make a foundation that is perfect, then and machines are doing the rest, then theoretically there's no reason that you would need an ingenuity just like scenario to come up, because it's gonna go perfect. It eliminates human error. Our biggest downfall. The fact that we're not fucking quite as intelligent as we want ourselves to be.
well, they've got robots now stacking shelves and all that crap.
Yep.
Drivers. That's still one I'm never gonna trust.
What's that?
Self-driving cars.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't trust robots driving a car for me.
Well, there was one of the self-driving Olympic vehicles the other day that hit a pedestrian, like a paraplegic, I think.
Oh, I want to make a joke, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I know. I also, when I was told the news, I also made probably the same joke that you're about to, or a
Yeah.
very, very similar one. But yeah, it turns out that the vehicle controlled by no legs hit someone with no legs.
Olympic self-driving car hits person. 2020 Tokyo Olympics, driverless bus loses self-driving functions after hitting Paralympic athlete. Sheesh.
But if you actually read into it, it wasn't the car's fault, it was the athlete's fault, and as the headline said, it lost its functions after it hit the pedestrian. I'm pretty certain that's how the story goes anyway.
Oh, well, the athlete was able to walk away.
Oh, well, that's handy. Not as bad as the scenario as I thought.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't be fucked reading this whole thing. Well, they had to halt the self-driving buses there after it hit somebody.
Yeah, I can imagine they would. I bet you people's first point of call was to blame the vehicle.
Yeah.
I feel like I've taken technology's side more than humanity's side now.
A traitor.
A little bit. It's just kind of no doubt better than us. I don't mean to sound blunt to our kind, but we've kind of created something that we can't outdo ourselves.
No, because we can't run all the simulations and everything in our head as they can and whatever they are.
Nowhere near as quick as they can, nowhere near as accurate as they can.
No, they can like get it down to the direct
very
equation
fine,
it needs to be.
Tooth of the shit. Yep.
Yeah.
They can work it out, and they can work it out pretty bloody quick. So yeah, I kind of take technology's side to a degree in a lot of scenarios. Mainly because you can be skeptical about it, but like unless it's like cheap knockoff shit, someone's designed something crap. But you know, most of these big named fucking products wouldn't be released into the world if they weren't up to working order. Yeah, we've had the few phones explode after release in the past and shit like that, but it's never really been anything fucking serious that's actually ever gone wrong with technology.
Really only bad thing with technology if it gets into the wrong person's hand.
Yeah. And people can like hack into technology and shit like that, but like that was all a stage of learning really. We didn't realise that we were going to need to protect ourselves from it at the very start. The rapid increase of technology, man. That is something that we are going to see in our lifetime.
One day when a robot becomes my boss.
Yep.
Well, that'll be a sad day.
That'll be a sad, sad day. Then again, if a robot's your boss, they'll have exact ways that they'll have to deal with certain scenarios, so it's like they don't hold emotion. So it's not like you're going to have a boss that's going to get angry at you for doing something wrong. You'll just get fired or stood down or whatever protocol would be, right? So you wouldn't have to deal with a boss that has emotion. You wouldn't have to deal with conflict or conflicting opinions even. It's literally just robotic work, robots making humans robots.
No, I just guess it'd be like us arguing back to the robots.
Yeah, it would be. You can't fucking do this to me, and it wouldn't change anything though. It would just be a waste of time.
My people created you.
My people created you. I can uncreate you.
We can shut you down.
Zaps
Can't
laser.
shut us down.
Zaps laser kills human. Next
employee.
You can't do that. It's murder. No, murder's when one human murders another. You can't put a robot in jail. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what was it? That bloody post you put up in the chat where it was like the iRobot thing.
Yeah.
No!
How good was it? I stared at it for ages because I didn't realize that it was a Tesla fucking robot. And I read Tesla and I was like, oh god. It's starting.
We're getting Sunny in real life. I don't want no Sunny in real life. I've seen what happened in iRobot.
We need Will Smith to come save us. It was Will Smith that posted that meme to his timeline. He posted it to his own timeline on Twitter.
have you done anything to your ute since the last time we spoke?
Sad to say, I have not. I said I was going to, and I have done nothing. Oh, when I say I've done nothing, I've cleaned it all out. I've found how big my rust is, and it's big. Yeah, it's big. It's about all I can say. Is it's pretty bloody big. But yeah, no, I haven't actually done anything to it. I played Car X instead the whole time. It was too cold in the garage. There's too much rubbish in here. There's not enough space. I could have done it and just pushed past all that shit, but I honestly couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
I've got all the things there. I'll do it one day after work when I'm bored. I've got the parts, so
Yeah, same as me. When my part for my car arrived Friday or something, or Thursday.
ninja mount.
Yeah, I went out there to go and do it. Like, tried to move one bolt. I'm like, well, you're stuck. I'm not gonna bother with you anymore.
Yep.
And then I was messaging the guy telling him like, hey, the car's not starting at the moment, so if you want it for cheap, you can have it for cheaper. And then I messaged him 3 days later saying, oh, the car's back up and running, but it's not running great at the moment, so I'll just keep figuring it out. And he messaged me this morning, he's like, any more news? I'm like, I've been waiting for stores to open and for me to have money to actually be able to do anything on this car now. I'm gonna, I guess, now do fuel filter and spark plugs and see if that helps it with its boosting, and degrease the whole engine so I can see where the oil's leaking out of it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hopefully the oil's leaking out of like just the valve cover or something.
Yeah, I think it's pretty oily around that.
Yeah, surely it's just that then. That's what the Ute has. She just needs a valve cover gasket, but instead I spend more on oil topping her up all the time when she gets low.
Yeah, always I keep an eye on its oil. It's still at full,
Mate.
so maybe I don't know where oil was leaking from it. I know it's leaking at the bottom of the engine. I don't know if it's gearbox or engine oil.
Hopefully it's not gearbox. Yeah, hopefully it's not gearbox. I can imagine gearbox parts for that car won't be the easiest to find.
If it's gearbox, that car will be $1 reserve on Trade Me.
Yep. Yeah.
Or I'll ask around people in New Zealand and say, do you want a parts car? They have this car, so you can have it.
Yep. Well, that's a shame. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's something very simple. We pray to the car gods that it is.
Oh, so over cars. I fucking hate them. I love them, but I fucking hate them.
Yep. Same here. I kind of haven't stopped playing Car X since I turned it on before to see the new update.
So you're just jamming car X now.
Yep, I kind of just realised that I'm running the course in Pacific Hills. I didn't actually realise, really. It's good, man. I don't know. It takes up half my concentration, so I don't know. The other half's going and thinking. I don't know. I struggle to concentrate on one thing at once. I kind of need a couple.
Yeah, same as me. My problem is I'm just scrolling down Facebook and you could be talking and I might catch like 3/4 of what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, I sometimes do that. I try not to. I do that more when I'm talking to someone and not doing something else.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's because like I've already worked out in my head where the line of story is kind of going. That probably sounds rude and it's very much unintentional, but like I can have a conversation with someone and they'll start telling me something and I can pretty much work out like what the rest of the story is going to be or along the lines, and at that point I naturally start losing concentration. It's really weird and a real pain in the fucking ass, to be honest, because it really feels like I'm just must be coming across like I'm not paying attention.
Oh, I get that. I do that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of being in calls with people and they're talking to me and then they say, cold. I'm like, huh? What?
Yep.
What? You say something to me? Yo, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching a video instead.
Yeah.
What's been happening in the world of news around the world?
I haven't checked the mailbox in a couple of weeks. You probably got a couple of papers.
Um, you see the floods up in Auckland?
I did. Saw the people on
Fucking
them
hell!
going around their backyard in their boat.
I'm in one of the Toyota pages, and somebody's chaser, manual chaser turbo,
Mm.
fully just like half submerged in water.
Oh no.
And there's like a 40k car or something, I guess, now in today's times. And he was like, so, what exactly do I do here to like try and salvage this thing? And he was like, don't turn it on,
Yep.
let it dry out, rip all your interior out, soak up as much water as you can, let the whole thing dry out, and then once it's like, I guess, dried out where you think it's dried out fully, and like change all your fluids and plugs and everything on the car, then turn it over and see if it starts.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I've flooded a couple of motorbikes in my time, and yeah, process of buying a few bottles of cheap oil just to flush into the engine and manually crank it over a few revolutions, drain it back out again, and repeat just to get all the water out of an engine. Works though.
Fuck, I'd hate for that to happen.
Yeah, it's not fun. But in a car, it's a little bit better because like you're not so much going to flood the engine too much. It's got to get past the air filter, and most standard stock air filters have a bunch of plastic piping, which makes it not so level with the engine. The water's going to sit and build before it ends up going into the actual engine. No spark plugs have good seals on them, so it's not going to get in through there. If you've got no exhaust leaks and your exhaust gaskets and intake gaskets are fine, then you're not going to get any water through there. As long as all your gaskets are up to scratch, and I guess the car's intake's fairly factory, I mean, you're not really going to flood the engine per se. So as long as you let everything drain out, pull apart all of like the intake system and that to get all the water out of there, make sure none has gone to the engine, change the plugs, maybe do like a couple of oil changes, then you'll probably be all right. You go on a full drive and they just have a snorkel, you can fully submerge the engine, and as long as the snorkel's above the water, it's fine.
Yeah.
But your interior would be fucked. That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah, this guy's interior was fucked.
Yep.
It was just brown.
Yeah, water's like the worst in vehicles, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I know that. Leave a window down overnight on
Yep.
accident and it rains.
Slowly fuck out the seats every time.
Rip your seat.
Yep. And your speakers and your doors.
Oh, everything. Glad I don't have speakers in my doors.
I'm glad I have shitty ones in mine. They haven't gotten any worse, which is good. But I don't really care if they do, so I'm always real bad for leaving my window down.
Yeah, same.
I should probably go check if my car starts before I go to work tomorrow. I haven't started it in a couple of weeks. No, I actually haven't started it since I left work the day before lockdown.
Have you not started the Bluebird at all?
No.
What?
I've been out to it once when I put the stars on the back of it, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I've only done one side. I haven't even done the other side yet.
Was that easy? Doing all that? Cutting all the stars and everything?
It was tedious. I made 3 cardboard templates, 3 different
Yep.
sizes, and then just laid out the vinyl, drew it all out, and just cut it out with scissors. Like,
Yep.
it wasn't hard, it took forever. It took almost a day just to cut all the stars, and there's only like 14 on each side. Well,
Yeah.
when I say 14, there's white and grey.
Yeah, and when you do the other side, are you gonna try
Replicate it. I'm gonna try and
match it up to as best as you possibly can?
yeah, I'm gonna tape measure it off of the wheel well.
Oh yeah, it's a smart idea.
Yeah. Well, try and get it as accurate as I can anyway. There's just one star that I can't put on because of the grey corner in the back.
Oh yeah.
Not until I get that painted. Oh, sorry, until I paint that.
Let's go to super cheap once, I guess, once we go to level 2.
I've got a total body shop. They never punched a color code into my engine bay tag.
Bro.
Like in the engine bay tag, it's got the space there that says color, but they didn't actually punch it in. I've got the original manual of the car and service book, and it says on the sale form that the color's sapphire blue, but you can punch it into Google and a million different shades come up for sapphire blue.
Sapphire blue's a really dark blue, though.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. But that's apparently what the colour is called on my car, what Nissan called that colour. So I gotta like take my gas flap down to like Total Body Shop and get them to scan it and get a couple of cans made up. It costs like $34 for 2 cans or something, or maybe like 54 or something, I can't remember now. I've done it a couple times in the past.
Closed door respray at the same colour as the ute.
Speaking of which, is that paint at your place, by chance?
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Oh,
it's in
mate,
the garage.
cool. I was thinking about it the other day, because I've got the purple here. I wonder where the blue was. Main. I wanted to touch up the Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's gotten a little bit, paint's come off of it over the past 6 months. I was going to touch it up, finish it off, and I've got a card there for the D21, so I was going to put it back in a card. I've done a couple of the customs over the past couple of days, but they haven't turned out as good as I wanted. I did a Jetta wagon.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat.
I finished that off this afternoon. That was interesting. It's not perfect. I really kind of need better paint. I'm using graffiti paint, so it's quite thick. But it's not too bad for the first front cut I've done. I'm fairly happy with it. And I customized a Dodge Ram the other day and painted it purple and did some gold stripes down it. And it looks okay, but the paint job almost looks a little bit tacky, so it's not perfect. And it was an old casting too, so nothing really lines up on it very well.
Well, I've still got that 32 here for you with those wheels.
Yeah, I'm keen on that. I've got good plans on what to make out of that. I'll put like a solid week's worth of effort into it.
And I've still got my Volvo and my 34 that I'm going to try and make into a Stag once I can come back around to yours and use the tools.
Main. Yeah, I want to do the same as well. That's why I practiced the one today with the Jetta.
Yeah, I mean, I did my practice with the S13 on the 180SX front, and I mean, I got that okay. It was just hard trying to get the base back in. Like, you got to somehow use 2 different bases. Or...
Yeah, and that's what I did. And the hardest part was I used 2 different interiors, 2 different bases, and 2 different castings. Plus, I also used the glass for this Jetta wagon, and it worked. But I've ended up with some gaps in the interior and that. Like, I did really well with the actual casting, putting the front cut on, but getting the bases to line up and that was very, very difficult to actually achieve. But pretty much all you got to do is just literally cut the cars at the exact points and cut them directly in half, so that when you stick them together, like the bases are meet at the same point, and so does the casting and interior, and then you can just work off the normal interior, like wheel spots and stuff. I don't know what you would call them. The points that the wheels sit in. You can utilize all that still.
Yep.
But then again, like I made that hydraulic beamer recently, and that doesn't have a base on it at all. And I used the interior and made my own suspension for it, and that wasn't difficult at all. It's used a bunch of like scrap plastics and bits of like popsicle stick and stuff. And it worked.
You made a hydraulic beamer?
Yeah. I put movable suspension on a beamer.
That's pretty smart.
I'll send you a photo. I thought I had, sorry.
I think you might have, but I've probably forgotten. Oh, no, you did.
I did?
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah. I didn't do anything to the beamer. I just wanted to have a go at doing the suspension.
Was that easy, or was that... tedious.
It was still a bit tedious. I was working with very small parts. I think I could say that anything working on Hot Wheels is tedious, but nothing so far has been difficult.
I mean, you did pretty well with Bog.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
pretty
really
happy with Bob.
surprised with how well Bog was used for making the body kit on that
Yeah, and
RX-7.
and I did the same with the Beamer that I'm doing for the Most Wanted replica.
Yeah.
Now that we're out of lockdown, I can order paint, and I can finish that off because that's ready to go, bar the paint. And I've just so much been wanting to like put it together. Oh, then I got to get some wheels, but I'll find some wheels one day. I think I'll also order some wheels from eBay or something.
I was looking at those Beamers on Trade Me, and they're not actually too expensive.
Aren't they?
Nah.
True.
The only problem with them is that it's a Beamer and it's going to be hard to get parts for if it breaks.
Well, it's not so much going to be hard to get parts for. Everyone I know that's owned a Beamer has managed to source parts fairly easily, or find someone that can source parts fairly easily. They're just really expensive. Really, really expensive. My old man got me to, well, he actually didn't get me to. I went out to do it myself because I thought it was going to be cheap, so I thought I'd do it for him. He told me he needed a water temp sensor for his Beamer. And I thought, oh yeah, mean. I actually not long ago did my water temp sensor on my car. It only cost me $8 for a sensor. I'll pop down to Repco and go have a look and ask them for a sensor, and it was going to cost me $80 for one for his car. They do the same thing, just tell the engine how fucking hot the top radiator hose is getting. How can one be $8 and one be 80?
Because European.
Yep. I would hate to think what a genuine BMW water temp sensor would cost.
Couple hundred probably.
Yeah. Ridiculous. The world is nothing but ridiculous. Every time we speak about different things and matters in the world, I just think about how much more ridiculous it makes it seem. All these various different things in the world that just don't make sense, or are just too far-fetched to believe, or just seem too ridiculous. We live in a very ridiculous place.
Yep. My mum's like, get rid of your car. I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it. And she's like, then you can buy your other car. I'm like, I'm probably not gonna buy another car after I sell this one.
Nah, you don't think?
I think I'm. Oh, I'm not done with the car game. I'm just done with it for now until prices crash because
Yeah, that's
it's like
fair.
200% up on what cars are. I'm like, I can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, when cars got to this price, you physically can't do it.
Yeah, I was like, I want to own all these cars, but I know I'm never gonna have the money for it unless I want to get rid of where I live.
Yeah, and that's almost not worth a car.
It's not a smart idea.
No, I've done that one before.
My parents
I've
let me
lived
live
on that
with them
one.
for the rest of their life. Sure, I'd sell my house and pay whatever they wanted me to pay to live with them, and I'd buy a car. But
Yeah,
that's not going to be happening.
nah. Yep. It's a cruel world we live in. Nothing works in anyone's favour, but every day
No.
keeps ticking on. Somehow skipping every form of natural disaster that could potentially take us out in any moment.
Fucking Tommy's car looks pretty good now with those, the monsoons and the lips and stuff trucked on.
It is looking so good.
It's looking really
Oh
good.
man, if you all out there know Tommy, man, his car is looking on point, and I'm sure
I
you'll
want to
would
see it in
agree with
person
me.
now.
Same, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Surely a little fucking unorthodox get together.
Oh, you know that he won't be able.
Weekend or something.
Yeah, you know he won't be able to help himself with coming out to seeing some of us. He'll be craving it.
Oh, we did it last lockdown. As soon as we got out of it, we got together as our little crew.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
we
don't
could have a little barbecue with the four of us at your place, or my place, if we want.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Because then that's not like Two out there were being fairly discreet. We're also not going out and causing any havoc, I guess. And there's only going to be, what, you, me, Tommy, Aaron?
Hood. Anybody else that wants to come?
Yeah. Yep. No, man. Sounds good. How long have we been going for?
Like 40 minutes?
Hour 20.
What?
Yep, hour 20.
What?
I don't know when that happened.
Where'd that hour and 20 minutes go?
It's amazing how fast these go now when you don't focus on the camera that goes off every 30 minutes, eh?
Yeah, I thought it was only like 40 minutes.
That's so out of it. I've also noticed that time goes a hell of a lot quicker when I play Car X. This has felt like 30 minutes max. Well, that was dope then. That's how you record a fucking podcast.
Didn't even realize we'd done an hour 20.
Yeah. That's dope. What are your plans for the rest of the night?
Play Counter-Strike with the boys.
Nice. And then
What are
into
your
work
plans?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
My plan's probably going to be the same. I'm probably just going to continue jamming this for a little bit. And then, once Nim finishes work, probably go have some dinner and... yeah. I might actually order some food since we now can.
Yeah.
I thought about it this morning, being that like Deliver Easy started delivering from 7 a.m. and I thought, I can't like be like straight on to it first thing. The guy in the morning will be like, oh, you just couldn't wait, could you? But thinking about it now, realistically, there's like all the little cafes and stuff on there as well that will very much be wanting to try and make up some lost money. And if it means
when I went on
selling through Deliver Easy,
Deliver Easy. When I went onto their website today, there's a couple new restaurants up.
Yeah, I noticed that too, which is quite cool. So yeah, I thought realistically there's nothing bad with it. If anything, it's still fucking. It's actually probably better than us going out and picking up takeaways. I'm still outraged by how easy it was to get alcohol during lockdown though.
It was ridiculous.
Bro,
I
ordered
alcohol, but you can't get food.
Yeah, I ordered a bottle of vodka and a box of cruisers through Deliver Easy, and within 20 minutes it was on my doorstep.
How much did that set you back? It would have been a bit, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it was like $70. Like, I don't exactly want to talk about that aspect of it, especially considering that the times that I did drink over the past 2 weeks sucked. So yeah, we're not going to discuss how that was a financial mistake, but that was how easy it was to get alcohol during lockdown. Literally 20 minutes was all it took, and like the Deliver Easy said that you had to give like a form of ID to the person that showed up, and that they would confirm that you're of age and stuff. No, the guy just put it on the doorstep, knocked on the door, and walked away. Like, I could have been anyone ordering alcohol.
Wonder how many underage people quite possibly got alcohol then.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting world, man. We've become that lenient with alcohol, but nothing else. Anyway, shall we wrap this up here for an hour 30 podcast?
I guess. What? It's been another 10 minutes already.
Well, it's now been an hour 25. Like we've got 5 minutes. It normally takes a couple minutes to wrap this up. It might as well be an hour and a half. It's close enough, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Close enough. Man, well, I did say that I was going to do these everyday lockdown, and this is only the third one out of a 2-week period. So I don't apologise, to be honest. I'm not surprised I didn't do that.
had some EU time really after not really having any since.
Yeah. Well, once everyone got car X, everyone's nights got taken up by playing that and talking on that, so podcast didn't really happen.
No.
I tried to line a couple up throughout lockdown with different people as well, but like it turned into more of a hassle than anything. So apologies, but hey, you get what you're given. So yeah, thanks for joining us while I play a game and we talk shit and you guys stare at Chicken Joe.
Joe.
And yeah, well, I don't know. I just still don't know when the next time we'll be able to do one of these in person will be. So we'll probably do more of these. Well, I'll probably do more of these.
Maybe in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, or maybe in a couple of weeks we'll be back in lockdown again.
I hope not.
You
I
never
really
know.
hope not.
Yeah, neither.
I'm still worried about my job.
I walked into this lockdown expecting to walk out of it without a job, but I haven't.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Assuming I didn't hear anything from my boss over the whole lockdown. I'm like, I hope my job's safe. I
Yeah.
really hope it's safe.
Yeah. Anyway, on that positive note, we're going to get back to the real world, and we will see you all on the next one. Follow the socials, at Unknown Something Else on Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, I think that's it. Alright, catch y'all next time.
Hi, people.